encourage ourselves to help you and help you be saved or help you be delivered, set free, healed. We have to bring miracles to you, and then you want to fight us because we are preaching God's gospel. Well, I wouldn't become a part of the prophet's trial. Rather, I would become part of God's saving power. Because God reveals to redeem, and God reveals that he can save you, and that you can be drawn from the power of Satan even unto God. That's God's aim, is to save you, is to draw you, is to bring you, is to heal you, is to deliver you. You got to know what God has in his plan, the plan of salvation, the reason why he died, and the reason why he has this plan of salvation for you is for you to be saved at the end of the day. And the land in Jeremiah 11 was in idolatry. They were worshipping false gods, and God was going to wipe them clean out. The city, the place, the land, he was going to clear it out of their sin. You know, it provoked God. And sometimes we in the land, we let things go and slip, even as churches, even as God's people. We let things slip. I'm not one of them, but they let things slip. That things that will provoke God to wrath and God to anger. And it's a very serious time that we're living in, 2024. This is September 2024. But this is a very serious time we're living in. We don't want to provoke the Lord of glory to anger. We want to provoke him to loving people, not his wrath to wipe out people. And God can wipe out people any given moment, and we don't want him to do that. We want him to save people. We are trying to get him to save people. And God's very hot with his anger, and it's kindling because the church in the world has become so weak and selfish, and so they are polluted. They're polluted. They idolize the offerings, for instance. Give this offering, give that offering. They're idolizing the offering. They talk more about offering and people's name than God himself sometimes. And what you got to do is not idolize a person. You can talk about a person once, like say a preacher comes to town, you mention his name maybe twice, but don't keep on harping on about the person's name. Concentrate on God's name. Concentrate on God's cause. He came to seek and to save that which is lost. God's come to reveal, God's come to redeem. God reveals to redeem. And so because God comes to redeem, he doesn't want us to just idolize people, men, or things. Okay, don't idolize offering. Don't idolize people. Don't idolize things. God has come to redeem. He reveals to redeem. Sometimes I go in church and the Holy Ghost in me really gets provoked because I see them idolizing offerings, they idolize people, they idolize things. They talk like God ain't even there sometimes, and it's really annoying in my Holy Ghost, in my prophetic Holy Ghost. It does get to me. But then they have to wake up to act like God is there, because God is there. And God reveals